Oh, my name is Niraj.
Runs Ketogenic. That's awesome.
Still no good. Okay.
Especially the regular ones have you got to look at the carbohydrates. It's too much sugar.
Okay.
They have unsweetened versions.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Yeah, but I don't find the need to consume those things, you know?
I guess if you're not going to put fruit in it, what's the point, right?
Exactly. Like, I just drink water and I eat my 2 eggs and I have a avocado.
Avocado.
A small salad.
Yeah. I had
Take
that.
the yolks out of the eggs.
No yolks. If you take your yolks out of the egg, you might as well not eat the egg at all.
I'm a big fan of egg whites. I don't touch olive oil. I use spray butter and a very little bit of it. Maybe.
Yeah.
And I was telling Israel, when I try for the 100-mile distance,
Yeah.
I get deathly sick.
Yeah.
And like to the point where it doesn't even finish is 50-50.
Well, and how do you define deathly sick? Like what ends up happening?
Like I literally cannot move forward. I am laying on the side of the trail.
Your body shut down.
It completely shuts down.
Yeah, you ran out of fuel. And you know, basically, in order to refuel, you gotta eat carbohydrates. And unfortunately, you can only eat so many carbohydrates per hour.
Yeah, my stomach generally doesn't want that much while I'm running.
Exactly. So, like if someone is having issues with their gut, I highly recommend you go low carbohydrate.
I've heard that before.
Yeah.
That's why I asked you.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's one of the first things that you will find goes away because, you know, once you change the ratio of carbohydrate and fat you're burning, you have to consume less carbohydrates.
Okay.
And that reduces the chances of having upset stomachs, you know, and tummy issues.
Israel, is that thing on?
Yeah.
Turn it off for a second.
Oh, personal question.
Okay. I was like, well, this is $100 session right here.
It's not like an engine where you add gasoline and you burn it, right? There's hormones, there's insulin, there's fat storage, there's fat metabolism, right? The problem with sugar is that the minute you eat sugar is toxic to your blood. So in order to get the sugar out of your blood, your body secretes insulin, which takes the sugar from your blood, stores it as fat. So when you get fat, you could get fat because you're eating excess carbohydrates and your body just keeps storing it away. Okay? The next thing that happens is when your insulin response stores the fat, your blood sugar drops and you're hungry again. So that's why most people that are carbohydrate burners end up getting hungry at 10 o'clock after eating a breakfast at like 7 or 8, you know? And that would accurately describe you, yeah.
I'm hungry all the time.
Yeah, that's because your blood sugar keeps dropping low and that makes you hungry again.
It's awesome.
So, if you were to try it, what would happen is one of the first things you do is you cut out all carbohydrates, and you gotta kind of be. And then what happens is you're gonna feel like shit for at least a week.
Okay.
Yeah, but you really have to fight through it. Okay.
Hi.
And your body is gonna now upregulate all the fat metabolizing hormones, enzymes. You know, it's gonna make these changes where you're gonna start burning a higher amount of fat than what you were earlier. And what that ends up doing is that stabilizes your blood sugar to like a steady baseline level, and you end up using fat for most of your metabolic needs. And you save that sugar in your liver and in your muscles only for really high intensity aerobic activity. So if you're aerobic, like if you're just having a regular day walking around and working, you're not doing anything anaerobic. You don't even need food. You're good. Like for example, today all I've had so far is a cup of coffee in the morning. I haven't eaten anything yet. Now I wouldn't do this on race day but it's not a race, so you know I'm out on a training run, so I can do this, and I won't bonk.
So you do bulletproof coffee too?
That was the coffee I had, was
Okay.
bulletproof coffee, which is I use butter and like 1 tablespoon of coconut cream, and that's my bulletproof coffee.
Nice. Cool.
So no potatoes, no rice.
No rice, no
pasta.
potatoes, no pasta, no
What
sweet
about
potatoes.
no quinoa?
No quinoa, no grain.
Okay.
Quinoa has very high carbohydrate content.
So no carbs.
No carbs.
How long will it take before my body quits wanting ice cream and Sour Patch Kids?
You know, that happens surprisingly quickly.
Okay.
You will get the cravings though. You get very strong cravings because you're kicking that addiction. And that could be maybe like a month, maybe 2 months.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's a long time. That's why I fail.
So, and you can eat fruit, but only like low carbohydrate fruit like berries. No bananas.
Okay.
You also need to eat the berries at the right time, which is post-exercise mainly. And I would recommend avoiding even berries during the initiation phase, when you really have to go low carbohydrate. So that's my spiel.
I like it. I learned a lot.
No wraps, no bread.
No wraps, no bread.
Lunch.
Yeah, you just eat a salad with some salmon or some bacon.
Okay.
Make yourself some really healthy homemade olive oil, coconut oil, salad dressing.
Okay.
You know,
I have both of those. I'm just terrified they're gonna make me fat.
no. No. In fact, I mean, you'd be amazed, like, you know, like your body composition changes so normally. Like I'm actually still losing body fat, but my weight is constant. I'm gaining muscle. Like my muscle, they're getting bigger. Like I don't know what to do. That's what my body wants to do. It wants to become bigger with less fat. So I'm like, all right. I guess that's my activity, and I am lifting weights and stuff right now. So maybe that's why I'm putting on a little more muscle. But you won't get fat. Yeah. In fact, almost immediately, most people end up losing like 5 to 10 pounds. Almost immediately, within a week or two.
Yeah, that's what I've had.
Eating butter, meat,
Yeah.
fat.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
But remember, you know, whenever people say I need to up my protein and lower my carbs, I'm like, no. You need to up your fat and lower your carbs. Your protein can either be negligent or tiny. You don't need a lot of protein. That's the most common mistake most people make, is they eat too much protein. And then, in addition to all the benefits, there's tons of health benefits too. I mean, like my family has diabetes and heart disease, you know, rampant. Genetically, you know, we're predisposed to developing type 2 diabetes. And you know, traditionally, like I'm from India, so you know, you can imagine the Indian diet is all bread and rice.
I freaking love Indian food.
Yeah.
Not that that should be surprising.
So you can I still eat Indian food, obviously, but I just avoid the rice and the bread. You know, you can still eat all the spinach,
And
all the vegetable.
curry's good, right?
The curry is good. In fact, a lot of times they put heavy cream in the curry, so it's pretty high fat.
Yeah, I always see their curry dishes are ridiculously fattening.
Yeah, it's got heavy cream in them. Now, when you combine the fat and the carbohydrates, now that has, that has a really high insulin index. So there's something called the insulin index on a score, like it's a score from 1 to 10. And basically it's the amount of insulin a certain gram of a particular food is going to make you secrete, right? Baked goods that are a combination of the sweet and fat have a higher insulin index than just the sweet or just, and definitely just the fat. The fat has no insulin index. Fat will not make you secrete insulin.
And
So,
okay, so how do you eat during races then? 100-mile races.
So I will consume gels during races, okay? But that's during shorter races. What I'll do is Like, and when I say short, I usually mean like a 50 miler.
Okay.
I'll consume a gel initially every hour, and then
That's it.
if there is intense sections of the race, like you're going up a hill, you're trying to keep up with somebody, I don't know, race situations, I'll consume a little extra gel at that point. But then if it's a long event like a 100K or a 12-hour race, then I eat like nuts, almonds, macadamia nuts. I'll have, you can have some carbohydrates like sweet potatoes at that point. Obviously, you have to make your own if you're going to do sweet potatoes. I would say you have to test it out and see how things work for you. Some people can consume lots of carbohydrates and not get kicked out of fat burning mode. Some people are really sensitive. You have to test it out for yourself.
How do you figure out whether you're sick?
Just trial and error. You're not going to get sick. You're going to feel really low energy.
Oh.
Yeah. Like, you need steady state energy. Then you eat a lot of carbs. You get a lot of energy and then you dive. And then it almost feels like a bonk, which usually means that you've been kicked out of fat burning mode.
Okay.
Yeah.